Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing Geten in My Academia Ultra Impact. That is right, they finally added Geten into a My Academia game. That is super hype. I've been waiting for this character to get added into a game for a while now. He is personally one of my favorite villains ever since the My Villain Academia arc, because I think he has such a cool design and a really cool quirk, and I hope we get to see him more in the future. But either way, I think he's really cool, and I'm really glad that he got added into My Academia Ultra Impact. So today we're going to showcase him, so let's get into it. So he is a green type unit, and he is an SR unit, just so you know. He is just an SR unit, but he's a really good SR unit. And I currently have him maxed out in the level department and the advanced leveling department, and I have his trust level at level 11, and he is awakened. Going over his ability boards, he is currently at ability board page 10 on the basic route. On the peace route, I actually have it completed along with the DX peace route because he was an event character, so it was pretty easy to get these two boards done. I might finish the basic route, but we'll see, because he is an SR unit, but he is a really good SR unit, as you will see. So let's go over his kit. So for his skills, his plus ultra move is called Ice Field. It deals 500% damage to a single opponent with a medium chance of freezing them for 1 turn, and a medium chance of giving them Frostbite for 3 turns. Also reduces damage to the character by 20% for 3 turns. So yeah, a pretty solid plus ultra move. 500% damage is pretty nice. And it only hits a single opponent, but I mean, hey, it's an SR unit, so that's fine. It does have a medium chance of freezing that opponent and also giving them Frostbite, which is really good for 3 turns. If you guys don't know what Frostbite is, it basically is where it will deactivate the opponent's skill chain and make them take a percentage amount of damage that they deal. So that's pretty good for PvP. And also reduces damage to the character by 20% for 3 turns is also nice, because in his moveset, he benefits when he gets damage reduction. So that is pretty nice that his plus ultra move provides that for him. So yeah, pretty solid plus ultra move. Going over his first action skill, it's called Ice Needle. It deals 250% damage to all the opponents with a low chance of freezing all the opponents for 1 turn. That is actually really solid. 250% damage to all the opponents, and then also on top of that has a low chance of freezing all the opponents. That is pretty good. Also increases skill impact by 30% when used in a successfully executed skill chain. That's also pretty easy to do. You're going to be doing skill chains all the time, so once you do one, you get a skill impact increase by 30%, which is really nice. And the cooldown time on this move is 4 turns, which is pretty solid. So overall, a nice action skill. Moving on to his second action skill, it's called Ice Rally. Basically, it has a low chance of giving Frostbite to all the opponents for 2 turns and decreases speed of all opponents by 20% for 3 turns. So yeah, that is pretty nice. Basically gives them Frostbite, or a low chance of giving all the opponents Frostbite for 2 turns, and decreases the speed of all the opponents by 20% for 3 turns, which is nice for PvP. Also increases character's plus ultra gauge by 30% when used in a successfully executed skill chain. Again, you're going to be doing skill chains all the time, so that's just an easy buff to get. A nice increase on your plus ultra gauge by 30%. That's pretty solid. And again, like I said, if you go back to his plus ultra move, it reduces damage to the character by 20% for 3 turns, which is something you want for him. So getting your plus ultra really fast is really nice. So getting that increase in your plus ultra gauge by 30%, solid. And also the cooldown time on it is 4 turns, which again is really good. Alrighty, so moving on to his auto skills. So for his first auto skill, it's called Ice Controlling Hunter. One character is affected by damage down. See, this is where it comes into play. Increases chance of character causing freezing and frostbite. Increases character skill impact by 30% and critical hit rate by 15%. So increase in skill impact by 30%, really nice, and also critical hit rate by 15%, also really nice, specifically for VE tower, so that's good for PvE. Also, it will increase the chance of the character causing freezing and frostbite, which, you know, we see throughout his kit, he can provide freezing and frostbite, so having it increase the chance of hitting that is always really good. So yeah, like I said, this only happens when he's affected by damage down, so obviously using that plus ultra move where it reduces damage to the character by 20% for 3 turns is really nice, because, you know, that just pairs nicely with that auto skill, which then in turn just buffs all of his other action skills, because it essentially increases the chance of the character causing freezing and frostbite, which we know he can do throughout his moveset, like in Ice Rally, where he can, you know, give them Frostbite. With Ice Needle, has a chance of freezing them all, and then for Ice Field, it has a chance of freezing them and giving them Frostbite. So yeah, just really solid. Moving on to his next auto skill, it's called Temperature Control. One character is affected by damage down. Another one where, again, if you have damage down, this benefits. Lowers chance of all allies burning and reducing burning damage they receive by 30%. And also reduces damage to character by 20% for 3 turns when battle starts. So reduces damage to character by 20% for 3 turns when the battle starts. He just automatically off the rip gets that, so you know, those auto skills then immediately come into play, you know, temperature control and ice controlling hunter. And then The other part of this skill is pretty specific, where, you know, it lowers the chance of all allies burning and reduces burning damage they receive by 30%. That's really specific, but I think you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to pair him up with Dobby, which, you know, if you saw the anime, he fought Dobby, so I think that makes a lot of sense. And I like that little, like, Easter egg. I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, that is his moveset. Basically, in a nutshell, how I would use this character is basically when the battle starts, you have temperature control, so that provides the auto skill buffs. So then you can basically use Ice Needle, and then you can use Ice Rally to get the plus ultra gauge by 30%. So that way you can get the plus ultra gauge faster after you use that attack. And then it will reduce damage to the character by 20% for 3 turns, reapplying the auto skills, and then you basically go from there. I also feel like he is pretty good for both PvP and PvE. He definitely has his roles he can fill, and the team I would probably run him on is basically if you have a team that has essentially Dobby, you know, when the character is affected by damage down, lowers the chance of all allies burning and reduces burning damage they receive by 30%. That basically just fits Dobby's main role. I guess any other character that is affected by burning would benefit from him as well. But yeah, that is how I would use this character in a nutshell. And yeah, so let's take him into VE Tower to showcase him gameplay wise, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so we're here in the VE Tower, and we're going to be taking Geten to the burn stage. We're going to go to difficulty level S, and then we're going to be taking him to the first floor. The main reasons why is because, well, firstly, he has type advantage here because he's a green type character, and they do really well against blue type characters, which are both the enemies here. And also, there are multiple enemies, and we know Geten has a AoE hitting move, so obviously we can showcase that off. And on top of that, one of the enemies is Dobby, which we know can apply burn because Dobby has his fire ability, so obviously that has a chance of, you know, burning us. So, you know, we can also show off that bonus as well. So yeah, that is the reason why I'm taking him here. Also, the reason why I'm taking him to difficulty level S is because even though he's an SR unit, I have him nearly maxed out, so I feel like he'll do really well here. And yeah, that is the reason why I'm taking him to this VE Tower stage. So yeah, let's show off the team. Alrighty, so here is the team I designed for Geten. We're going to ignore the sub characters like usual because, you know, they're just sub characters. We're just going to focus on the regular team. And going over his memory, I gave him the Find the Traces memory. It's an SR memory. And the main reason why is because, well, the first portion of it will reduce damage to character by 25% when HP is 50% or higher. So if we keep him over 50%, he'll basically have damage reduction, which we know he benefits from. And he also gets these other buffs as well. Once per battle, regenerates character's HP by 15% for 2 turns when HP is below 50%, and also lowers the chance of getting paralyzed or stunned. You know, those are just extra buffs and stuff like that, but the main reason why we're using this memory is because it reduces damage to the character by 25% when HP is 50% or higher. So that is the main reason why we're using that memory. I also have Dobby on the squad, obviously, because, well, if we look at Dobby's kit, pretty much high chance of burning the character for 3 turns. Let's see, high chance of burning the character for 3 turns. High chance of burning the character for 3 turns. Yeah, I think you know why we're using Dobby. And yeah, that is the team I designed for Geten. Also, we have Hato on the squad like usual because she's a great healer, and we don't want Geten dying because we're showcasing him. So she's there to heal him up just in case he comes close to dying because we want to showcase him. So yeah, that's the team we're running, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so there is Geten's intro. It's pretty cool. He comes riding down on his icicle platform. So yeah, let's get into it. So let's see. Let's wait for all these buffs to go by and then their buffs. So yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna start with icicle needles and then go into, what's the other move called again? Ice Rally. So yeah, that is the plan. So let's do this, this, and this. Alright. And these are all AoE attacks, so that's pretty nice. So they're all getting hit, which is really cool. We froze twice, which is nice. Alright, cool. And then I guess we can go for twice. So let's do this. Why not? And then that. Okay, there we go. So boom, boom, and then Ice Rally. So plus Ultra Gauge increase, which is really nice. Alright. And then let's do his plus Ultra move. Yeah, so because he's an SR character, he doesn't have a custom plus Ultra move, but I still think it's pretty cool. He stands on his ice platform and then shoots a huge wave of ice at the opponent, which is really nice. So yeah, overall not bad. He has no more skills, so let's just dump these plus Ultra moves. And let's skip them because you're not Geten. We're showcasing Geten. Alright, boom, boom. And, ooh, Dobby's getting serious. Okay. Yeah, I'm really scared. Let's wait so we can get these skill chains going because he benefits from using skill chains. And, alright, boom, boom, boom. Alright. Burn, lasers, and freeze, baby. Oh, let's go. We just finished that off. See, that was super quick. I definitely think he is a good SR unit. Also, here is his outro if it would stop lagging. Overall, pretty cool outro. I think I like his intro more, but I still like his outro. But overall, he is a really solid character. As you can tell, that was really fast. That was 6 turns. That's pretty good. And yeah, I definitely like Geten in this game. I think he's a solid SR unit, and I'm glad because, you know, sometimes with an SR unit, they're kind of just okay. You know, obviously you would prefer to use UR characters more, but this SR character, I definitely think is one of those better ones and could maybe even rival a UR character if you have him leveled up high enough. I mean, as you can see, he did good damage. And this was like a really fast like round in the VE tower. So yeah, and also it's just cool to use some, you know, different characters. Like it's Geten. He's definitely a really different character, not someone you would usually think about. But I definitely think he's really cool, and I'm glad that they added him into My Academia Ultra Impact because I definitely think he is a really cool villain. I hope to see him return in the future. And I'm really glad that we got him in My Academia Ultra Impact because I think he's really, really cool. But that was the Geten showcase in My Academia Ultra Impact. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. That'd be really amazing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Later.